In today's show, JP Morgan, Bitcoin's biggest enemy, suddenly appears to be going all in on cryptocurrency. That's right. Earlier this month, the leading banking financial institution of America, JP Morgan, signed Coinbase and rival Bitcoin and crypto exchange Gemini, owned by the Winklevoss twins, after a lengthy vetting period. It was first reported by the Wall Street Journal. Now, what makes this story also very interesting is the CEO of JP Morgan Chase, Jamie Dimon, and his many takes on Bitcoin throughout the years. He's on the record saying back in January of 2014, Bitcoin is a terrible store of value. 1 year later, he goes on to share, Bitcoin will not survive. Then January 20th of 2016, he says, Bitcoin is going nowhere. Then September 12th, 2017, right before the epic parabolic rally to new all-time highs, he calls Bitcoin a fraud. And then October 12th of 2017, I'm not going to talk about Bitcoin anymore. Then January 9th of 2018, I regret making that comment. How convenient, right? Then October 30th of 2018, I really don't give a ish about Bitcoin. So what is it? Are you bullish or bearish and going to continue being the biggest Bitcoin hater, such as a Peter Schiff? We're going to be breaking this down in today's show and what all this means for the Bitcoin and crypto market. It's definitely bullish news at the end of the day, with JP Morgan Chase being the largest banking institution in America. Also in today's show, $10,000 bull trap. Well, why the Bitcoin price is now likely to pull back after rallying 25% for the month of May, but is a pullback now imminent? We're going to be discussing this in today's show. I'm also going to be breaking down the monthly candle, which is looking very bullish, as well as the monthly MACD, which is looking very bullish. There's a bearish divergence on the daily we'll be talking about. Also, a descending channel is opening up. And I'm also going to be giving you not only the bearish, but bullish scenario on where the Bitcoin price is likely to go from here. We'll also be taking a look at the overall cryptocurrency market. As you can see, there is a sea of green, which is what I love to see in the crypto sphere. Where's the Bitcoin price likely to go from here? Find out all this plus so much more in today's show. Here at Crypto News Alerts, I drop a brand new episode every single day. So be sure to smash that subscribe button and click that bell icon to receive notifications of the latest premium crypto news. And before we kick off today's show, Stansberry Research presents a cryptocurrency masterclass, everything you need to know about Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies for 2020 and beyond. To attend this free masterclass by Stansberry Research, click the link below this video in the description and enjoy. All right, welcome back to another episode of Crypto News Alerts. I'm your host JV, and let's dive right into today's top story of the day. This man right here, who once called Bitcoin a fraud, is now doing business with Gemini and Coinbase, so it's good to hear. Earlier this month, JP Morgan signed Coinbase and rival Bitcoin and crypto exchange Gemini after a lengthy vetting period. As reported by the Wall Street Journal, JP Morgan approved the two Bitcoin exchanges accounts last month and is already processing transactions, potentially signaling the end of the crypto industry's banking woes. Quite interesting to say the least, right? But it is about time. Bashing Bitcoin in 2018, saying, I don't really give a ish about Bitcoin. Well, now we know this man's true colors because he was making deals under the table while he was publicly bashing the king of cryptos. Ironically, Brian Armstrong and Jamie Dimon of JP Morgan, who was the biggest enemy of Bitcoin and has pissed on it for years, you can say that again, it turns out they were having secret meetings in 2018 at JP Morgan's headquarters. Roberts told Laura Shin's Unchained podcast while promoting the book with charts Coinbase's rise to the top of the crypto industry. However, JP Morgan's interest in crypto might not extend all the way to Bitcoin quite yet. Here's what they had to share. We are supportive of cryptocurrencies as long as they are properly controlled and regulated. There's the key right there. As long as they're properly controlled and regulated. Without regulation, they can't control the space. And Bitcoin is rough to regulate when in comparison to fiat dollars, right? So Umar Farouk, JP Morgan's head of digital treasury services and blockchain, said this back in 2017. JP Morgan launched its own answer to Bitcoin last year. JP Morgan Coin, unlike Bitcoin, JPM Coin is pegged to the dollar and aimed at speeding up and reducing the cost of global payments. How convenient. They're launching JPM Coin. Very interesting to say the least, right? Meanwhile, some have accused Coinbase's Armstrong as being skeptical of Bitcoin while working working to promote other blockchain networks and cryptos such as Ethereum. I'm sure he would deny it, but it's interesting to me that the CEO of the world's most prominent Bitcoin-related company seems so skeptical of Bitcoin, said Bloomberg editor and analyst Joe Weisenthal, commentating on Twitter thread by Armstrong, suggesting it might not be Bitcoin that pushes the crypto ecosystem into the mainstream. Despite JP Morgan's softening attitude towards Bitcoin and crypto, the nascent technology is still fighting an uphill battle. Earlier this year, Treasury Secretary warned significant new Bitcoin and crypto regulations are on their way. Minneapolis Fed President Neil Kashkari branded cryptos as a giant garbage dumpster, and the Department of Justice called Bitcoin mixing a crime. I'm going to go on the record in saying I believe fiat currency and quantitative easing and printing trillions of dollars out of thin air is a giant garbage dumpster, and I'm sticking to it. Just this week, Goldman Sachs listed 5 reasons that cryptos, including Bitcoin, are not an asset class in a much hyped up but ultimately disappointing presentation titled U.S. Economic Outlook and Implications of Current Policies for Inflation, Gold, and Bitcoin. Ernest Hemingway described going bankrupt as gradually and then suddenly. Wall Street's adoption of Bitcoin and crypto could be happening the same way. Now, it is a fact regardless, right? What has taken place and what we see in the public sector from Goldman Sachs, they are extremely bullish on Bitcoin. Once again, they can't control it. They can't control their customers. So they're telling their customers and clients not to buy it. Then behind the scenes, they're buying it up because institutions are now buying up crypto at a greater pace than ever recorded before in cryptocurrency history. That's right. There's companies out there like Grayscale Trust buying up more Bitcoin than is actually being mined. So there's such a high institutional demand for it. So I don't trust any rhetoric when there's major corporations coming out there, investment companies like Goldman Sachs saying don't buy Bitcoin. It's because they can't control it and they'd rather you invest into bonds and stocks, which they have more control over at the end of the day. And it becomes quite clear to see, at least to me. That's my 2 Satoshis. Let me know what you think in the comments right down below. And now for our next story of the day. Could it be a $10,000 bull trap? We'll be discussing why the Bitcoin price is now likely to pull back. But before we do, let's take a look at the overall cryptocurrency market. Bitcoin is up 0.36% for the day, trading above that $9,500 support, which is a good sign. I'd love to see Bitcoin continue inching forward towards that critical $10,000 psychological resistance. I feel if we can break 10,300 and then 10,500, we can continue moving on upwards, which is where we should be, considering right now the average cost to mine a single Bitcoin is approximately $14,000. I feel we will be marching towards this price point here in the near future. Ethereum had an epic rally yesterday, going up about 10%, now trading at $238, up about 0.85% for the day. XRP up 3.5%, trading at 21 cents. Link is up about 4%, trading at $4.25. Miss Litecoin up 0.92%, trading at $47. And then we have Satoshi Vision up 2%, trading at $198, and Bitcoin Cash up 1.6%, trading at $248. And now checking out the top exchanges in the world. Binance is up a whopping 20% with 5.2 billion in volume. Huobi Global up 15% with 4.3 billion in volume. OKEX up a whopping 14% with 3.1 billion in volume, and BitMEX up about 8% with $1.6 billion in volume. All right, now for our next story of the day. Bitcoin price was once again sideways last week, with price action between the bulls and bears proving to be equal, but scenarios look likely for Bitcoin as we approach the end of May, moving into June. Let's take a look at what's happening with the largest crypto by market cap. First, let's break down this bullish monthly candle close. Starting out on the monthly, we can see that Bitcoin grew in value by nearly 25% in the month of May, which is a pretty big deal, especially with this pandemic going on globally. This is always a nice thing to see. However, since the March 12th dump, it's nothing for long-term hodlers to get excited about just yet. Nevertheless, as 1 month candle is due to open above the 0.382 Fibonacci retracement level, a move up towards the 0.618 of 13,700 is something to be excited about. I know if we can break that level, I would be extremely excited, especially considering last year's high for the year was about 14,000. With this being said, let's not get ahead of ourselves. We first need to claim 11,800. I know that's not going to be an easy level to claim, and one cannot ignore that a move to the downside is always a possibility for the king of crypto. Also, that's a fact. We have no idea. Just as easy as we can move to the upside, we can move to the downside, right? As things stand, if June was to be bearish, a pullback to between 7,400 and 7,600 is where I'd be placing some buy orders, and that is what I'll explain today. Now let's take a look at the monthly MACD, which is looking very bullish. The monthly moving average divergence convergence, known as the MACD indicator, is set to cross bullish. This indicates a return of upwards momentum for Bitcoin, and history tells us that this serves as a key buying signal to investors. This is also reflected in the weekly MACD, which crossed bullish at the beginning of the month of May. So as things stand right this moment, Bitcoin looks strong on the higher time frames. However, for more immediate price movement expectations, we need to drill down to the lower time frames to see what may be in store over the coming week. So bearish divergence on the daily. Bitcoin is not only flagging bullish on the weekly and monthly, but it looks poised to cross bullish on the daily MACD. It also seems like a trap, as conditions like this on this particular indicator are what dreams are made of. However, with the price trending up and the indicator trending down, we still have bearish divergence showing, and this is not a bullish sign in the least. This tells us that a pullback is due, and a glance over the lower time frames can show us where this might be. So we have a descending channel opening up, as we can see here with the $9,700 resistance, 8,700 being a midpoint, and 7,400 being a very strong support. Taking a look at the daily time frame, we can see Bitcoin broke down below the previous upward trend line last week, and the price has since continued to range through the previous support level, making it difficult to determine which direction the price wants to go. This has caused a new downtrend channel to emerge on the charts, which puts 9,700 as resistance and 8,700 as the midpoint level and $7,400 as support. After such a big increase in price over the last 8 weeks, a pullback is somewhat inevitable. However, I'd expect this to be short-lived due to the increased momentum across the higher time frames. Now, here's the bearish scenario. Using the Fibonacci retracement levels on the daily chart, it gives us an idea of the levels to expect Bitcoin to hit should it pull back towards the midpoint of the descending channel. This shows that support can be found at 8,600, with the key areas for a bounce being at 9,300 and $9,046. Should the price retrace beyond $8,613, only then would $7,400 support look like a realistic bottom. And now for the bullish scenario. From a bullish perspective, breaking 9,800 could put Bitcoin on a path to 11K and then on to 13,800. So I'd love to know if you're bullish or bearish on the king of cryptos right now. Let me know your thoughts in the comments right down below. Now let's check out the overall cryptocurrency market cap, sitting at 270 billion. I remember back in December of 2017, this market cap was climbing towards $1 trillion. I think we poached $800 billion, and I can't wait for us to exceed that level once again. I am very extremely bullish, especially considering the halving was earlier this year and we have massive institutional demand. When you couple those two phenomenons, we see a parabolic rally. It's not instant, but give it some time. It's going to happen. At least that's my two Satoshis. The volume in the past 24 hours sitting at 106 billion with 65% BTC dominance, which has taken a step back. 2 days ago, we were at 66%. Yesterday, we were at about 65.5%, and today we're at 65%. So some of the altcoins are starting to surge past Bitcoin, as we witnessed with Ethereum just yesterday. And now taking a look at the top cryptos within the top 100, ADA, Cardano up a whopping almost 18%, trading at 8.3 cents. How many of you are bullish on Cardano? Let me know. VeChain up 16%, trading at 0.006. IOTA up 13%, trading at 23 cents. Zcash, one of the privacy coins, is up 12%, trading at $54. Celsius up 11%, trading at 25 cents. And Algorand up about 10%, trading at 25 cents. And now for the biggest losers within the top 100. Theta, it's been a roller coaster ride to say the least, down 13% for the day, trading at 26 cents. Matic Network down 5%, trading at 2 cents. Aave down 5%, trading at 6 cents. Maker down 4.6%, trading at $497. Blockstack down 4%, trading at just below 15 cents. And Unibright down 3.33%, trading at 46 cents. And now taking a look at the BitMEX margins, we can see the bulls are back in control, but barely, leading with about 7 million in superiority in the last 24 hours, with longs leading 50.22% versus 49.78% shorts. Are you currently bullish or bearish? Let me know your thoughts in the comments right down below. And now checking out one of my favorite indicators is the Crypto Greed and Fear Index. Shows we're currently rated a 51 neutral. Yesterday was a 48, last week a 43 in fear, and last month a 40 in fear. And when the pandemic took place, we were in extreme fear for a while, so it feels good to be back in neutral. Where does this stand? What does the Crypto Greed and Fear Index represent? Well, if you're not familiar with it, extreme fear can be a sign that investors are too worried. That can be a buying opportunity. And when investors are getting too greedy, that means the market is due for a correction. And I want to encourage you to check out the description right below this video by clicking show more in the description right down below for a detailed analysis of what's going on in the market. This goes for all 430 plus videos right here on my channel. Also have some very helpful resources for you to plug into, including the blog to my podcast, which could be found at cryptonewsyes.com. Not only is this updated every single day, it also allows you to download the latest episode of the show so you can listen to it in MP3 format. Listen to it on your way to work, in the car, when you're out and about, just doing your thing. Also, be sure to subscribe on YouTube to receive daily crypto news alerts. My direct link to subscribe is cryptonewsalerts.net. You can also follow us on all the major podcasting platforms, including Apple's iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, Stitcher Radio. So whichever podcasting platform you're active on, please do help support the show. I greatly appreciate it. You can also follow us on Twitter to receive daily crypto news alerts. My Twitter handle is cryptonewsyes. Also have a private crypto Facebook group entitled Crypto Alchemy with over 17,000 cryptopreneurs from all over the world. To become a part of this, simply click this link, request to join. And I have a Telegram chat for crypto as well. For those of you active on Telegram, to become a part of this, simply click this link. You'll automatically be added, and I'm looking forward to connecting with you on the inside. Well, that's going to conclude today's show. As always, I appreciate you tuning in and journeying along with me inside this incredible crypto revolution. If you gain value out of today's show, be sure to smash that subscribe button and click that bell icon to receive notifications of the latest premium crypto news. In the meantime, let's grab a crypto cocktail and watch Bitcoin go straight to the moon. And real quick, before I go, Stansberry Research presents a cryptocurrency masterclass given by Eric Wade. He is a massive influencer in the cryptocurrency space with a tremendous track record, and he's teaching this cryptocurrency masterclass for free to share everything you need to know about Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies for 2020 and beyond. So click the link below the video in the description. It's going to take you here, and check out this exclusive free masterclass, and I'll catch you on tomorrow's episode. Peace.